and drift away.
Hello there ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to this new series that we're doing on the Raven channel. This is called Raven Drives. I'm Webbo and this is...
Razor! Evening, morning, whatever time of day it is.
And what we're going to be doing in this series then, Razor?
Basically we're going to be taking a trip down the most memorable or iconic, that sort of style roads, episode by episode. Just going to have a look at how they resemble to the real world counterparts.
That's exactly it. In this particular episode, the first episode of the series, we thought we'd pick a road that's notorious throughout the Truckers MP community. I think you already all know what it is. It's the Calais to Duisburg road. Now this road is probably the busiest road in the Europe 2 server. Always got a little bit of traffic on it, always fun to drive down. I've got a little map here that I'm going to be putting up on the screen to show what I think the real world counterpart of this road is. Now, I must stress that this is only my opinion of where I think this road goes, but as you can see on the map, where I think it goes comes up from Calais, from the A16, and along through Dunkirk and a lot of coastal towns that sadly aren't modelled in ETS2. For shame, and carries on up around the bottom of Antwerp, where it becomes motorway in the real world for some reason, part of European Route 34, and carries on through Holland into Germany and to Duisburg. Now I'm going to bring up my ETS2 map here so I can show you. This is the actual route in ETS2. It's all single track from Duisburg all the way down to Calais, and we're going to be starting here in Dortmund and carrying on, and we will probably end in Lille. And that brings me to our first top tip when driving this road, which is don't start in Duisburg or Calais and don't finish in those towns either. They're always busy. You are guaranteed to get almost 100% damage if you venture into these towns without it being absolutely necessary. Isn't that right, Razor?
Yeah, I can speak experience on that one. I'll probably also say avoid Brussels if you can for repairs on the way, because that's normally mental too, and try to get back onto the road from that junction with the A1, A16. You just don't bother doing it. You'll not get there.
Okay, so we are about to hit the road now. As I say, we are in Dortmund, so the journey down to the road, it's going to be in the video, but it will be time-lapsed. We're going to give you a little bit of music, which I hope you're going to enjoy. And we're going to crack on while you enjoy the time-lapse.
Westbound and down, 18-wheeler rolling. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm westbound, just watch old bandit run. Keep your foot hard on the pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana, and we'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Westbound and down, 18-wheeler rolling. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm westbound, just watch old bandit run.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The late great Jerry Reed there with Westbound and Down from the official soundtrack to Smokey and the Bandits. You've joined us back on the approach road to the Duisburg to Calais little single track road coming down off Autobahn 1, and in a short while we'll pass the turn off for Duisburg, and that will be the last opportunity for fuel before you actually hit the Duisburg to Calais road. And it leads me into another top tip here, which is always plan to have enough fuel for your journey, because 9 times out of 10 the fuel stations on the Calais to Duisburg road will be ram-packed or impossible to get into and out of. So make sure
But don't do what I've just done. I've currently got just under half a tank. I'll survive. Here we go. See the traffic building already.
That's one thing we do have to say about this road for those who've never joined it. If you enjoy traffic jams, then you will love this road. Yeah, so as I was saying, the turn off for Duisburg, if you follow this road further down and take the next right, you'll find a petrol station where you can get some fuel. And as I say, always make sure you have plenty of fuel. It's difficult to get into and out of fuel stations along this road.
Now there's no point of return now. And here it begins.
Against a small bit of traffic here now. Most traffic I will time lapse, because you guys don't want to be sat here and watching a 3-hour video of me and Razor stuck in traffic. Or do you? Let us know in the comment section below.
How long can we stick out the traffic?
Answers on a postcard. That's another thing I do have to point out about the Calais to Duisburg road. Because it is single track, sometimes people will try and create their own lane, or they'll just straight overtake you in the face of oncoming traffic. Either way, the best thing to do on this road is just assume that everybody else on it is stupid, and you're the only intelligent person driving on it, and drive defensively.
I think I'm going to stick to offensively.
You stick to offensively, I'll stick to defensively, and we'll see who gets to the end of the road undamaged.
I've miscalculated my fuel. I will have to pull in here and just... Not going to be a good idea, but I'm going to have to do it.
A lot of the time as well, ladies and gentlemen, the sides of this road do turn into unofficial truck parks and car parks, with lots of people just sitting around waiting for their mates.
Also sleeping zones.
Fans of our Idiots on the Road Crash compilation series will be very familiar with this road and its main idiot points, because this is where we get most of the footage for those videos.
If you haven't already noticed.
So Razor, what are our main favourite things about this road?
The idiots. Oh, you actually mean the road? Well, I believe it's quite a nice scenic drive, a nice way to go from Germany to France, without the boring, dull slabs of concrete that make up the motorways.
See, I have to agree with that. The motorways, they have their place, they have their purpose. If you need to get to somewhere quickly, then by all means take the motorway. That's your right and your choice. However, if I've got a bit of spare time, I do much prefer...
Oh shh. Right, it's okay, they stopped.
And
I was
that's one of the
expecting
things that
oncoming.
can happen on this road. Somebody just stops right in front of you.
Or spawns. Both happens.
So yeah, as I was saying, I much prefer, if I've got a little bit of spare time and a bit of padding in my delivery timetable, I much prefer to take these scenic back roads.
Sometimes they do work out quicker than actually taking the motorway as well. Little shortcuts and things like that.
Sometimes they do, you're absolutely correct.
Now, I think on a single player game, or so far like today, a nice quiet day, it's quicker than taking the motorway.
I would have to agree with you. I think this road in particular has quite a lot that you're looking at a scenic road. It's nice and relaxing to drive most of the time.
Oh, definitely. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, have you had problems there, Razor?
Yes, this aforementioned truck in front of me has just come straight across the front, tried to overtake me, and wiped me into a big dune.
Oh dear,
Was
that
it?
does not sound positive.
No, I didn't stop rolling, I'm still on the move.
Well, that's all good.
I don't think it hit me too bad. No, 1% unit, 3% cab. Not too bad.
Just so everybody is aware, future episodes of this series...
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And will be more documentary style. And that's not gone well for Razor. That has gone extremely not well for you, hasn't it, Razor?
No, I am now 100. I went flying.
Oh dear, well I'm going to wait for you while you go and sort whatever you need to sort out. And we'll pick up the recording when Razor returns.
A few moments later.
So now that Razor's rejoined us from his little trip into Duisburg to get his truck repaired, we can now continue our journey along the Duisburg to Calais road. And the first section that you just saw us driving, we're both under the impression that that's actually pure fiction, and that it doesn't actually exist as it does in the game, in the real world. We believe that section is actually the E34 motorway, and that this section we've just come on to now is reasonably close to how it would be in real life. Those of you watching that actually live in this area will be able to either confirm or deny, and I hope you will.
Watch left hand side, mate, we've got an idiot in a Volvo.
And frequent warnings like that come up.
Here he goes.
Which is why it's always good to have a friend on this road. At least be convoying with at least one person. Just say you've got some people to give you warnings of what's going on around you. Anyway, as I was saying, if anyone does actually live in this area and can confirm what this road is like in real life, if any of it exists in real life, please make yourself known in the comment section down below. We'd really love to hear what the road really looks like. Just coming up to the first petrol station along this road, which is always an area where you have to be watching continuously what's going on, because things like that might happen where people try and drive around, and things like that might also happen where people stop in the middle of the road and then Razor rear ends me. I apologise for that, Razor. But,
thank you. No, I also got the backdoor treatment.
I have to apologise for that, Razor, but there was a Skoda in the middle of the road.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. Oh, and I've got the usual thing that always happens to me on this road now. But I'm alive, I'm moving. We'll not mention it.
You do have to be prepared quite a lot for engine malfunctions. You will get at least one on this road, because you will be involved in at least one accident.
That is at least as well. 1279, wrong side. I don't think so. You notice as to.
Did you see that, Razor?
Yeah.
We have a fan, it would appear. Someone that's running in our colours. Kudos to you, friend.
Yes, I like how the guy that told me I'm on the wrong side of the road was actually also on the wrong side of the road and didn't see me swerve to avoid an accident. I love people like that. Way up, way up, way. Now we're playing Farming Simulator.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that happens quite a lot. It's a shame that I don't actually think that the rest of this series is going to be as action-packed as the first episode. But we'll see, we'll see.
No, I do highly doubt it, because the moment we're going to further episodes such as the A1, the Alps, etc, etc, hardly anyone around.
Yeah, they do seem to be in fairly quiet areas of the map, and I don't really understand why this road gets the traffic that it does. It may be that it's a main route in between two DLC areas. It does cover quite a lot of ground between Vive la France and the Scandinavia DLC. I've just had a big lag.
I've just seen your big lag. You are now squashing a Skoda.
Lag spikes do happen quite a lot on this road too, and I will rejoin you once I've repaired my. Okay, so we rejoin the action at the junction of the Calais to Duisburg road with the Belgian motorway, the A1. And in actual fact, the vehicles coming out of the motorway have license plates, so a lot of people just completely ignore them. But in this instance, it's quite a great fact. Now,
come on!
You'll probably wonder why I'm in the outside view of my truck for this, and that's a frame rate thing, because I seem to get better frame rates when I'm outside the truck versus when I'm inside it. Frequently I can get my frame rates to drop as low as 3 frames per second. Flash our lights to let us scan you out.
I just hope you haven't. Hoping you haven't opened the floodgates for much. I'll let you out onto the road, but that's because you had right away.
road. That's another thing you will get very frequently. A lot of warning. Everybody has a horn and lets everybody else know they have a horn. As you can see here, this is one of the major choke points on this road.
I think it is the choke point on the road. No, apart from the level crossing that we're going to come up to, engine malfunction. Apart from the level crossing, a little bit further along before we get into Calais, I'd say that and this is the only choke points as such. The silver pigeon? Out to you. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do apologise for that.
And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Cena has just entered the video there.
Be alright, seems to have seen a penny underneath the road. I'm going to be an absolute dick to this guy because he's just tried to undertake me as well. I'm waiting for this Scania here to move out of the way so I can move. The one that tried to cut in, that has now managed to successfully cut in.
Come back inside my cab now where the audio's quite a bit better.
Just give a brake test to this Scania coming up behind you.
Now, Razor, we don't want to be breaking the rules on a video, do we?
It's not breaking the rules, you just have to make sure your brakes are working. You had low air pressure. Happens.
I'm now presently travelling at the speed limit for this road. However, some people don't seem to appreciate that roads have speed limits.
I'm currently doing 29, which is about 8 miles under the speed limit.
And we are now going to be approaching one of the other choke points on this road, which is a level crossing that seems to come down at random and trap people.
Bumbling cock.
It's another fun thing about this level crossing. If you can approach it at speed in a Skoda, you will be able to do some extreme sports.
Lie! Fly on the wings of love. I make it across. Can my engine restart before I make it across? The engine has restarted.
Find out after these messages.
And I made it across. Please restart.
One of the things I like about this road is it is sometimes a challenge to drive on.
I think that the main challenge of the road is avoiding accidents, avoiding idiots, and making it out alive.
Oh yeah, I was just about to go on to talk about the challenging bends and also the challenging drivers that sometimes come on this road.
Like Mr. Right, the white Renault that just came around the corner on my side and is now laying in a ditch. How much further do we have to go before the end of the road?
We don't have that much further to go. You know you're near the end of the road when you come to that lovely coast road stretch.
Oh, now that is just a thing of beauty in itself. But first one to see the sea buys the ice creams.
I feel like I'm being set up here.
I will collect Wednesday.
I know you will. So I feel like I'm being set up.
Now what would give you that impression?
I'm in front of you and you just propose the first one that sees the sea buys the ice creams.
Well, you could always use one of my old gamer tags of Blind Butcher and be a thing.
And here it comes. This is an area of Belgium. I do believe we're still in Belgium, and this would be the area of sea, probably around Ostend or Zeebrugge or somewhere of that nature. But just I'm just so you can drink in that view.
And what can we see there, Webbo? What is that you see?
The sea.
There we go.
We see the sea, but do you know what? It's absolutely worth buying you a 20p mini milk.
Excuse me? That's not an ice cream.
To be able to
That's a milk lolly.
This is not the place to be debating what's ice cream and what's not. There's also that lovely little island just off the coast there. I'd love to be able to drive to that. And see what it's just have a closer look. I'm absolutely sure there's a fort on that island as well. Yes, there is. And the ships as well. Just it's a really nice piece of road. This. Of course, this road is part of the default map. It's been in the game ever since it first came out. And I think this particular stretch of this road has always been one of my favourite stretches to drive. just for the scenic views. And we're going to be slowing down here because it would appear that there is a large fustercluck in progress. And we have another fan. It's just gone past there, wearing our colours. If you would like to wear our colours too, please feel free. Show your support. Now, as stated earlier, we won't be going into Calais. It's just too much hassle to go into Calais, and I would advise that if you were going to drive this road as a convoy, I would advise you don't go into Calais either. That's a top tip we're going to give you. And it's simply because it's just an absolute pain to get into and out of, and that's a lovely fort up there, isn't it?
Oh, it's the best. France has some very nice scenery.
We do have other roads that we are going to do for this series. We do have some plans for roads that we are going to do in this series. Razor, back off, I'm lagging. There's a major problem with this road is you will get some massive, and I mean massive, lag spikes. I have a good internet connection. My internet connection speed tests at over 100 megabits per second. But still, the lag persists. As I was saying, we are going to do some other roads in this series. We do have our plans. There are some roads in the Vive la France DLC that are quite nice. Both enjoy driving. A lovely road.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to meet you in Lille.
Okay.
By accident with an idiot.
Some lovely roads in the Alps as well. Absolutely beautiful roads, really nice and challenging to drive. We are going to be, of course, doing an episode on what is colloquially known as the backbone of Britain, the A1, which, whilst it might not seem like a very interesting road, is actually quite fascinating. We are going to fill an episode with it, I'm determined. But if there is any other roads that you guys particularly like in ETS2, ATS, and you want us to do an episode on those, please feel free, leave it in the comment section below, and we'll have a look at it. So after that brief time lapse, which I hope you all enjoyed, I don't know which music I put into it, we're back at the Bible Garage in Lille, which is one of the bases for Raven Village. And as you can see, we've delivered our load and everything is fine and dandy, and we're all finished here. So I really do hope, and I'm sure Razor does as well.
Definitely.
I really do hope that you enjoy seeing us driving down the Duisburg to Calais road and a little bit of information that we gave you along the way. And I hope you join us next time. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but I'm sure we'll announce it in time. So all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching. It's goodbye from me.
Also goodbye from me. Take care, folks.
Take care, and don't forget, comment, rate and subscribe. Really shows us what people think.